Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATV, giving you a closer look at the AX-8 Dual Sport EVO helmet from AGV. All right, so today we're giving you a closer look at the AX-8 Dual Sport EVO helmet from AGV. Now AGV, if you're not too familiar with this company, they're actually an Italian company. They come from Alessandria, and they got their start back in 1947, so many years ago. And one fact I love about these guys is one rider that many of us know is Valentino Rossi. He is an icon in the MotoGP world. He has been wearing AGV helmets for many, many years. Now with this helmet, a couple standout features right off the bat. Very lightweight, super comfortable, and also a pretty cool design when you look at colorways that we'll talk about more here in just a little bit. But before we dive in and we talk about features, let's talk about fitment real quick. So what's great about this helmet is they actually have 3 different shell sizes. So depending on the size of the rider's head, the different shell size is just going to help get a better fit. You're going to have a Dry-Lex liner on the inside, very comfortable. But remember, this is an apparel item. So what that means, to get this helmet or any other helmet or apparel item that we sell at Rocky Mountain, we want to make sure you get correct sizing. So if you're not happy with the size and the fitment, send it back to us in brand new unused condition. We give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. So if we talk about construction, so the way they construct this helmet is they use a fiberglass, carbon fiber, and Kevlar mix. That makes it very strong, but also nice and lightweight. I actually went and measured this helmet on our scale. This is a size medium, comes in at 3.2 pounds. So for a dual sport adventure touring helmet, 3.2 pounds is pretty dang light. That's lighter than most of the other dual sport adventure helmets that are on the market. So they did a good job keeping it nice and lightweight. If we look at venting, actually first I want to show you the colorway. I really like it. They're pretty creative, something that AGV is really known for. You actually can see on the back of this helmet, they have all the different mountain ranges and they actually show the height of those mountain ranges in meters. So I think it's pretty cool. And then up here on the top, you've actually got a compass. So I think AGV does a cool job with their graphics. If we talk about venting, okay, you're going to have mouth vent here along the mouth guard. You're going to see that's going to open and close, very easy to operate. Then you're going to have 2 more vents down here along the chin bar. And then if you look up underneath the visor, okay, you've got 2 vents here in the back. I'll actually just show you the top there. So you got these 2 vents here in the back or underneath the visor. Those are going to open and close as well. So they're a little bit low profile, so if you did have a thicker glove on, might be a little bit difficult to find, but the action is very smooth to open and close those. And then you got 1 more vent right up here on the tip top of the helmet. You're going to have a little, that's going to open and close as well. Real simple, you just got this little button, just going to press it back and forth. If you look at the back of the helmet, you got some exhaust vents that are up here on the top. Then you're going to have some down here along the bottom of the helmet as well. And then you're all going to see in the EPS liner when we take the inside out that you are going to have channels that are cut into the EPS liner to help that airflow get through the helmet. You're also going to notice in the back here the helmet is going to be DOT rated. One other thing I do want to show you that I think is pretty cool is that here in the bottom, okay, where you have the chin area, okay, underneath the mouth guard, they actually use a softer material right here, excuse me. You can even says it right here, shock absorbent. So they're just thinking of every situation if you had a crash and your chin goes in your sternum, they put a softer material there to be a softer material there just to be a little bit more absorbent, help protect the rider's chin or sternum area. So if we look at the visor, okay, up here on the top, what I like is that the visor, you can have 2 screws on each side to hold it on, so it makes it nice and sturdy. Okay, you're not going to have any cutouts in the visor, but you can see you've got a pretty good gap underneath it between the visor and the shell. That's going to allow a lot of airflow to go through. If you want to use this helmet without the visor, very easy to take off. Again, you're just removing those 2 screws on each side. So if you're doing some street riding and you don't want the visor, pop it off. And what they actually have included are these little side plates. They're clear. So once you take the visor off, you'd actually take these side plates and those would actually just cover up the holes to give it a nice clean look, and that way you're not exposing any of those holes to the elements on the outside. So if you want to, rock it like a street helmet. When we get to the shield, okay, you're going to have this tab down here at the bottom. Now you're going to have 4 positions with the shield. You're going to have it closed, and then you're going to have multiple detents on the way up. So you can see there's closed, there's 1, 2, and then 3 detents on the way up. And I like it too that when you close it, you got a nice crisp pop. So you can hear it close, knows you got a good sealant around there. You're also going to see that around that eye port, you've got this gasket here to give a good tight seal. Now one thing I like too is you'll see up here in the front when I have the shield up is you have this big guard here. Now this is removable, but what's nice about it is that if you're riding say in a group, you're doing some off-road riding and you have your shield up, that's just going to offer a little bit more protection for the rider, but again, you can actually just easily pop this out. Now with the shield, this is something pretty unique and I think it's cool that AGV does this. The only company that I've seen doing it. With the visor, excuse me, the shield, you've got it set up right now where you have those multiple detents. But some riders don't like those detents. They just like to have it either fully closed or fully open. So what they actually do is you've got the mechanism right here on the side that has those detents. You can actually take the shield off and you've got these little blue inserts that come included. So what you would do is actually just take the red one that is in stock, you would take that out, insert these, and what that will do is just have it to where when you lift open the shield, there's no detents on the way up. So it's gonna lock when you close it, and then you're not gonna have any detents. It's just gonna go all the way up in a smooth action until it gets to the top. So just depending on the rider preference of what you prefer, they're gonna give you some adjustability. Now my only nitpick that I have is that you can notice that the visor and the shield, they don't overlap, which is nice, but they don't give you a way to actually cover up these side plates, or excuse me, this mechanism. If you were to take the shield off and you want to rock it like a dirt helmet and put on a pair of goggles, because you absolutely could wear a goggle strap with this helmet, but they don't offer you anything to cover up that mechanism if you want to wear it that way. You could, just you're not going to have any coverage there. But overall, I'm a big fan. I think they did a good job with that, and again, I like that adjustability. So that's the outside of the helmet. Now let's take a look at the inside. So we open it up here. Okay, you're gonna have a classic D-ring on the inside. As I mentioned earlier, it's their Dry-Lex inner liner, so it's moisture wicking, antimicrobial. If you get it dirty, hot, and sweaty, you can actually just pop it out, throw it in the washing machine, wash it, put it back in. You're gonna be good to go. So pop this open, then we're gonna pop out all the inner liner for you. So there's my one cheek pad. All right, so there's my comfort liner out. So now you're seeing the inside of the helmet. So there is your EPS liner. Now, one thing I would also note is you're gonna notice that if you wear a Bluetooth communicator, there are no speaker cutouts. So that is something that you would wanna definitely test fitment with if you do use a Bluetooth communicator. If you put speakers in there, you could try those speakers in there, put the helmet on, and make sure that that's gonna give you correct fitment. Because remember, we wanna make sure you get it right, and that's why we have that fit guarantee. But again, you can see you've got a few channels in there, again, to help with airflow, but that's gonna be your EPS liner on the inside. And there it is. That is the AX-8 Dual Sport EVO helmet coming from AGV. Again, very lightweight, just over 3 pounds in a size medium, super comfortable. I like that you have that adjustability with the visor, and again, just a cool looking helmet coming from these guys. If you have any questions, leave your comments below and we will get those answered for you. To pick yours up, you can click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. Remember that orders over $75 ship free. Subscribe to us if you like this video and you want to see more like it. And also, if you're having a hard time deciding which dual sport adventure touring helmet might be your next, we do have a buyer's guide where we show you some of our top picks, some of our best selling dual sport adventure helmets to give you guys a good starting point. I'm Chase at Rocky Mountain. We'll see you on the trails.